I want to show y'all this clip, and I hope y'all haven't clicked off by now, of me and my niece when she came over. She is the cutest little thing. Yeah, so just take a look. Hey y'all, welcome back to Wind Down with Lee. Y'all know how we do it. We get straight to it. And today y'all see I got my niece with me. Say your name. Tell them your name.
Harmony.
How old are you, Harm?
4.
4. When's your birthday?
April 11.
Y'all know, look how smart she is. Okay, what do you want to tell the people? What you be doing when you be at home?
Play with my toys.
Exactly. Do you watching your auntie videos?
No.
You don't watch my videos. I'm gonna get you. Okay, all right. What's your favorite color? What color?
Blue.
Okay, okay. Do you have any brothers or sisters?
Yes.
Do you want to say hello to them?
Yes.
Say hello.
Hi, Quincy and Kalea.
All right. Now you gotta tell the people. Make sure they do what? Subscribe, right?
Subscribe.
Subscribe to your auntie channel, right?
Yes.
That's right. We're gonna do some what? Makeup?
Yes.
What else?
And do hair.
Ooh, y'all heard that. We're gonna do makeup and hair. All right, tell them bye.
Bye-bye.
She has a personality of her own. She probably could do this YouTube channel all by herself and have you guys wrapped around her fingers. Today we're really gonna be winding down. This video is filled with a lot of good gems in order for you to actually learn. Sometimes learning is not exciting, but it's good information. This is realistic. Additionally, I know that some of you don't know about my 1K giveaway or did not hear about my 1K giveaway when I put the poll up on my community page. What you can do in order to enter is to go back and watch the sensational Fulani braid video, and in that video I do give the details on how to enter the giveaway. So if you're interested in the 1K giveaway, that's the way to find out what to do. I will end the giveaway on April the 1st. Okay, you guys? So before I do any type of makeup on my face, I always make sure I have done my skincare. The primer that I like to use the most is Danessa Myricks Blurring Balm. However, you can use whatever primer you choose. Just make sure you use a primer. Make sure you base your primer off of your skin type. So if you have oily skin, then you may want to go for more of a matte primer. If you have dry skin, then you may want to go for more of a hydrating primer. Just make sure it balances out. So my foundation today is the Smashbox Studio Skin 24-Hour Hydra Foundation. I got this from TJ Maxx for $14.99. I just want to try it. The shade that I have is 4.25. The skin tone dark, undertone is warm. I don't think I'm a warm undertone, but we gonna try it and see. If it don't look good, look. We gonna wash it off and we gonna start over, okay? Because everything is not perfect all the time when you do your makeup. And if you've been experimenting and trying your makeup, then you already know this is fact. Sometimes you just have to wash it off and start over. Let's get this baby pumped out. Let's see what we got here. Okay, she don't look that bad. I'm gonna spread it out over my hand like this so you can see. Well. I like to take my time and blend out my foundation. I know typically I cut this part out when I'm, filming, because I know you guys don't want to just see me sitting here blending the foundation. When you are doing your foundation base, make sure you take your time and you blend out your foundation. Make sure it's settled, not just sitting on top of your face. I do think it looks a little too warm for me. It makes me look a little too orange. However, I'm gonna balance it out with some neutrals when it comes to my concealer and see if we can still make this work. Blend, 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 blend. Now this foundation has a lot to live up to, all right? It says that it won't settle into fine lines or pores. Also says that it's oil free, so it controls your shine pretty much all day and it won't cause breakouts. Also says that it's comfortable and it's a natural matte finish. It's transfer proof and it won't oxidize. So we shall see, because we are starting this very early today. Well, not very early, but early enough. It's 12:04 right now. And we'll see just how it does after wearing it all day. So as promised, I'm going to use a cool concealer, which this is the Morphe Rich 26 concealer, and it is a cool neutral cool concealer. If you ever find yourself in a situation where you feel like your foundation is a little too dark. You can always balance it out when you're using your concealer and or your contour. So don't throw it away just yet. Try to make it work and see if it can balance your whole entire face out. We do put other products on top of the actual foundation, which can change the entire look of your face. Work with your foundations, okay? Because I did not blend out the inner corners of my eyes where my concealer is, and that's because the longer you let your concealer sit, the more coverage you actually have. I'm gonna use a brush versus the sponge because a sponge picks up more of the product. I'm just using my Real Techniques buffing brush and just gonna pat it in. Baby shark, do, 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 do. Make sure y'all look up. Blending is the key, so make sure y'all blend it out. You can look and you can see the coverage was pretty consistent right here, but if you'll notice right here, it is a line of demarcation basically with the concealer. So we're gonna blend that out a little bit more, but I'm gonna use the sponge. But I'm just using patting motions like this, patting it in, going over, back and forth, over the same spot. And it's only the edge, because I'm not trying to go in here where I just try to put full coverage. So I hope you can see the difference on how it blended out. And I hope you can see the difference by using a more neutral tone with that warm tone to try to help bring everything together. And that's that. We're gonna put on our translucent powder, and I'm using the traditional Laura Mercier translucent honey because I don't want to change the color that is under my eye. What I'm gonna use is a powder puff to actually put it on. Once you put on your concealer and you blended it out, you look up and then you press the powder in with your powder puff. Every place that you put the concealer, you wanna set it with setting powder. So, like so. I'm gonna take my setting spray and I'm gonna set at this point right here. My bad. I'm using the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. We will set again, but this is right now. I'm gonna go back with the Laura Mercier setting powder, the original D. We're gonna use it to catch the fallout from doing our eye makeup. Make sure you carve out your nose. Like that. I'm gonna take my matchstick in the shade Ebony from Fenty Beauty, and I'm gonna use an angle brush, and I'm gonna put that on the side of my nose, right on the side of that concealer. So start from where your brows go and just pull down. Just like that, right from where these brows are. Just know that you create the shapes. If you want it slim, you make it slim. If you want it wide, you make it wide. Angle brush is perfect for this because it gets it very precise. And I brush it up into my brows just to give it a little bit more definition because that's where we're going, okay? That's the way the face is gonna look, all right? And that's that for the matchstick. Okay, so this is for my hooded eye babes. Sometimes, you know, it's just difficult. You know, we have these little hoods right here that just come down over our eyes and it doesn't have that much eyelid space. What we're gonna do is create a look that raises that hooded eye. The way I put on my eyeshadow, it makes my eyes look more appealing. If you have hooded eyes and you share in this problem with me, then we're gonna create a look that will raise your hooded eyes. I'm using my Precisely My Brow Pencil, and this is in the shade 5. I'm just gonna follow my natural brow shape here in the front portion, creating that arch like that. Once I get to the end though, I don't want to go down with my strokes. I want to go out with my strokes, and I'm using my concealer to help me create the eye look that I want, because you don't want to draw your eyes downward. We want to raise that eye. To raise it, and it's just my personal preference to draw me a little more hair here in the front, you know, just to add something to the front of my brows because I don't have any hair there and it doesn't grow. I don't know why it doesn't grow, but I draw it there. Looking clowny enough for you? Now, one of my favorite concealers is this Born This Way concealer. It's in the shade Chestnut, and I'm gonna use this to conceal under my brow. Take it like this and kind of blend them back and front so I could get it wet. Because to me, the more product, the more defined it is. Now, remember that brush I told you about? Yep, same one I use for the concealer. I'm using it here. So you see how my brows go out versus down? That's what you want, okay? I am gonna go in and I'm gonna set my eyes before I start to put any type of shadow on it. Just making sure there are no harsh lines. I'm taking the Laura Mercier translucent and I'm just gonna set my eyes. Probably say, gosh, girl, that's a lot of setting powder. Yeah, it is. So when you're doing yours and you set your eyes, don't set it so much. You don't have to set it that much. I just went a little overboard. I'm gonna go with an old school palette today. I'm gonna use the Jackie AINA palette. Bop, 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 bop. Taking a large fluffy brush. And I'm gonna go in with a good old transition color, which I think ginger. Yeah, all over the lid space. Yeah, like that. And you'll notice when you're doing this, it's causing the concealer at the top of your eye to be more pronounced. Remember, when you have something that's a light color, it causes more attention to that portion of your eyes. So it makes your eyes look like they are raised already, even though they may not be, you know, because we haven't fully got done with the full look yet. I'm gonna take a smaller, fluffier brush and I'm gonna go in with the color Credit, which is a little darker. Hold my eyes up and I'm going right in this crease, right in here like this. If you got a little watery socket there, take you a Q-tip and it dries it up without it dripping down under your eye, which happened to me this weekend. I'm gonna go with my favorite Morphe 506 brush and I'm gonna take that same color ginger and I'm gonna go under the eye. Then I'm going to go in with a fluffy brush and I'm going to put the color Edges in between those two colors there, just to blend them in. In between where we put ginger and Credit, that's where I'm going to put Edges. I'm going to go in with my favorite palette, of course, Candy Lady Cosmetics Box of Chocolate. And I'm going to go in with the shade Caramel. It's a very light color. We're going to stamp it right here where this brow color is. Then I'm just going to go back in with the initial color Ginger and blend it in. On my eyelid space, I'm gonna go with the color Beauties. Use my finger. This is my collar brush and just making sure it's there. Basically, I'm just blending it out. I'm adding more, but I'm blending it out. And I'm gonna go back in on the bottom with Credit. I'm gonna darken up the edges here because if you look at this look now, I feel like it looks it's falling kind of flat. There's no depth to it. So I always like to add some depth to my look. And the way that I do that is by adding the darker colors to the edges, because right now the most attention is being called to this part of my eye. Not attractive. I'm gonna go in with Chocolate from my Candy Lady Cosmetics and put it into the corners so that I can darken it up. But I'm putting it above my crease, like on top of my crease, so to give my eyes some depth. See the difference? Big difference, right? Just do the same thing here. Stamp it in first where you want it and then go in small circles just to raise it. I'm just raising it right in here but above my hood. And you want to close your hood too. You don't want your hood always open. Close your hood and get it in there. Close your hood, girl. Let some sun get on top. Swing it down a little bit. Shorty, swing it my way. Connect them. I just do that. That's just me. There you have some depth to the eye. Now I'm gonna deepen it just a little more and I'm gonna use my Candy Lady Cosmetics shade Black. But before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and put my eyeliner on. I'm gonna use the Inglot eyeliner. If you have not used this before, this is a really good eyeliner. It's a gel eyeliner in a pot, but it's really good. If you use it with the angled brush, that works best. You can use a couple of different brushes with this. You can even use a Q-tip with it when you're going in on your waterline. It comes off so easily because it's like a liquid gel. Or not a liquid gel, but a cream style gel. I don't know if that even makes sense. Cream style gel. I always start in the middle with my liner because I feel like the stuff is so potent that the most should be centered. I've done all the work for my eye to look lifted. So once I get to the edge, I want to make sure that it stays lifted, that look stays there. So what I'm going to do, you see I got the hood. So I'm trying to look forward the best I can. And for me, if I just do like this and kind of like give myself a place setter, I just stamped it there and kind of like give me a way that it's going to look. I hope you guys can see that on the screen. I hope that makes sense there. So I've done like this, but if you notice, I did not lift my hood. So if I lift my hood, it looks like this. Girl, what you got under that hood? Something ratchet. You got it like this. So that's what I do. And I just connect it from there. See? Make sense? Makes sense. I'm gonna take that same pointed brush, a little bit more, that one we used the brown with, and I'm gonna go in with some black. Yes, I know, we just did all that work just to make sure we have some depth to our eyes, okay? Ooh, I forgot how strong that Candy Lady Cosmetics black is, baby. She came to slay. Then I'm gonna take that second brush that I used on the color edges and put that directly on top of some of that black. Just try to help tone it down some, girl, cause you coming through. See? And I didn't put anything else on this brush from the black, and I'm just gonna go under my eyes just a little. So instead of using black under my eye, I'm gonna use brown. Get myself here, come here, girl. And this is the Huda Beauty Rich Brown. We got that. Are we good? Are we looking good? Our eyes looking good? Yes, honey. Yeah. Fabulous. Now y'all know I'm gonna use my Lancome mascara to apply to my eyes. This has been my favorite mascara so far. All right, time to get rid of this powder. This is just my Real Techniques brush. I don't know if I got rid of the powder on my forehead or not. Now I'm gonna put on some face powder, which is just my powder foundation. Try to help, you know, bring everything together seamlessly. I forgot it smells so good. My Lancome. Woo! Lancome. Next, I'm going to put on my Charlotte Tilbury contour because if you notice, I did not put on a liquid contour because sometimes I just might not have time for that. Did I say contour? Bronzer. My bad, y'all. Put on my Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. Blend that in with this. I love it when you call me Big Papa. Wave your hands in the air. True player. Okay, so we just made sure everything kind of blended together. You feel me? And now I'm gonna go in with a little more of my eyes before I get ready to put on the blush, highlighter, reset again, and all that good stuff. So this color is so that I don't know, but we're gonna put it right here. Yeah, I know life is not life without my Ulta Trio. This is what I'm putting my blush on with and my favorite purple brush to put it on with. Actually, I'm gonna do all three like I normally do. It's a good blend mesh of color. Honey, honey, I can see the stars all the way from here. Can you see the glow from your window pane? All right, y'all, the highlighter that I'm going to use is really like a little pixie dust. That's what I consider it, but it's the Fenty Beauty. What is this called, y'all? I don't remember the names of everything. Rose Rave Diamond Balm. If you've never used this before, let me just show you. You take it off because it looks like it's a lot, but then you put it on the back of your hand. You can't even hardly see it, right? Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, so it's real light and shimmery, and I think it'll be cute. It's real fun, like, so that's what I'm gonna use. But y'all know I do that after I set my face. So I'm gonna set again as promised. If you've never realized this before, the reason I hold my hand over my eyes when I set my face is because your eyeshadow will change colors on you if you set it. Just think of putting water on top of powder or water on top of, you know, best way to do is to show you. Let me give you an example. Okay, say for instance, this is your eye color, right? And you take your setting spray and you set it. Hope you can kind of tell. It changes colors on you. I hope that makes sense. So that's why you see most people when they're doing like this and they're spraying their makeup, they're trying not to change the color on their eye look. Okay. right, let me stop playing. All right, let me put some Diamond Balm on, and we gonna get up out of here. I haven't used a fan brush in so long. Remember, these used to be so popular for putting on your highlight. Let me see if this still do the trick. I guess it do. Child, these used to be so popular. You gotta have a fan brush in order to put it on with. I have to try it with a different type of highlighter because this highlighter is just really soft, so which is what I wanted. Which is what I really wanted. I wanted something really soft. Let's do old school and do it down the bridge of the nose. Why not? How many people still do that? Highlight your whole bridge of your nose. I don't do that anymore. Well, I guess I do today, huh? A pretty simple lip look. Probably something like yada. And then I'm gonna use my Fenty Beauty Glow Balm in the shade number 1. I'm trying not to use it because I don't want to run out. I haven't seen it in the store. I might have to, but I like this one. Anywho, it's been good talking to you guys. I hope that I was able to give you something. Don't forget to enter the 1K giveaway and look at the video right here. This sensational Fulani wig tutorial. Okay? I put that wig on good, y'all. I don't care what y'all say. All right. Bye.